scary. Probably recognize that walk when your lower back is in major pain. Today is a super big day and we are completely out of debt. As we moved into the month of August, it looked like what God had in store for us this month was to continue to get some needed items for the cats and to take a big burden off of our shoulders. One of the things that we were trying to figure out for our cats was what we could do to help out our cat Oreo, who had been throwing up quite often after she would eat. One of the things we found out through some research was to get them ergonomically correct cat bowls. Elevated and angled is what was recommended. A little nervous about those new bowls, Polly? Are they looking at you, huh? A little nervous about those guys? I'm not gonna do it. He got close. He's wondering where his water's at. Is he gonna do it? Gonna go, oh, what was that? Bobo, look at this. Whoa, that's kind of strange. Let me see here, all right, well, I can drink on the edge of this, just like the old one. Make a waterfall over the side. Well, he finally warmed up to it. Let's see how the other cats do. Scaredy Leamy's gonna try checking it out. Moving in really slowly, making sure things are safe. There's something new down there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's a little scary. Yeah, it's a little scary. Could be a trap. Oh, she's doing it. Figured out what it is. Slowly. You sure, little Skittle, you don't want to see what it is? She can't stop thinking about it, but it's a little too scary for now. Our direction seemed pretty clear when it came to potentially moving to go help my dad out, but I feel like the Lord was answering that question in a little more clear way through a health issue that I deal with. Well, the potential caretaking for my dad has definitely taken some twists and turns. We've gone back and forth whether we're going to do it or not, and just a little bit stressful. At this point, it kind of seems like we're probably not going to be doing it for a number of reasons. One of the reasons is that my back has gone out over the last few days, and it's kind of bad. Hasn't done this in a while, but it's pretty bad right now. And you can tell, anybody that's had it can tell by the way that I'm walking. Probably recognize that walk when your lower back is in major pain, kind of hunched over like well, I guess I am kind of old, but it's kind of painful. The reason that that's a problem is originally my dad had fallen and he went into the hospital for a broken leg. In the hospital, they couldn't figure out what it was. They did MRI, CAT scan, X-ray, you name it. They're doing all these things and they couldn't figure out that he had a broken leg. And on top of that, they're trying to give him physical therapy while he has a broken leg that hasn't been diagnosed yet. Just a big mess of stuff. I mean, he was getting around, he was doing fine and everything before the fall. He had this terrible disease of dementia, Alzheimer's, that is just horrible. You know, at the time he just couldn't really remember things. He could have conversations with people, knew what's going on in the moment, but he was getting around and doing everything for himself. He was fine. But after they tried doing the physical therapy on the broken leg, they didn't give him any physical therapy. For like 4 months, he's been laying around and sitting, and they just been moving him around in a wheelchair, and he's completely lost all of his strength in his legs for him to be able to do things for himself. About a month ago now, when we were down there, we were doing physical therapy that we could do with him, and he looked like he was making progress and gaining. But here it is. It's been a month and he still has not had any physical therapy. 4 months. Today is supposed to be the day that he is finally gonna get some. So I don't know. He was supposed to get it on Monday, and for some reason that didn't happen. Now it's gonna happen today, Thursday. So we'll see. I really hope that he does start getting that, because that's gonna make a big difference for him. And I just don't really understand why it has taken so long for him to get what he needs. One of the big issues with being able to caretake for him now is that the facility that he's in, from what we're hearing, it takes 3 men to move him around and get him around in there. And they're even talking about using some kind of lift to move him. So I'm a 63-year-old guy with a bad back, so I'm not sure exactly. You know, right now I've been laid up for a few days. What's going to happen with my dad if my back goes out and I'm having to help lift him by myself? 63-year-old guy with a bad back, where it's taken 3 men to move him around right now. We had liked the first water bowls that we had bought for our cats, but they were a little smaller than we had thought for all 6 of our cats. The question with the new larger bowls was, were they as scary as the first ones? Get a new water bowl, one that might fit all of our cats. Blackie's just kind of nonchalantly making her way over. Let's see. Is it scary? Not too scary. Says, oh, there's water in here. Works pretty good. The cat tree that we had bought for our cats was now about 10 years old and pretty much in tatters. The question is, would the cats accept or even want a new cat tree? The kitty's new cat tree. But wait a minute. What are they doing over there? How do you know when there's a squirrel on your porch? Something's going on over here. Guess it's comfortable. This is what it looks like behind the scenes of filming something in here. Looks a little more cluttered than it does on camera. Today is a very big day. Jennifer and I have been saving for this for a long time now. Today, we're gonna pay off our car. We are gonna be completely and totally debt-free. Let's do this. Okay, so there is quite a bit left to be paid off on the loan here, but all it's gonna take is just one push of a button. So here we go. Boom! We are debt-free. This is our final try on trying to help Oreo to not throw up after she eats. Yeah, sorry, Oreo. Never even heard of this before. This is a slow feeder. Got little hoop-de-doos in there to slow her down on her eating. We've tried just about everything. The elevated, angled bowl, new really expensive food, feeding her half at a time, but she's got her full feeding this time, and she doesn't know where to go. She says, I don't know where to go first. This is not how lions eat their food. Uh-oh. She's given up on it. Okay. Give her another try at it. Let's see how this goes. Polly says he'll eat it. He's done with his. A little bit of a challenge eating between those fish in her bowl. They're little fish. Letting Polar Bear give it a try. He's even having a problem with it. What do you think of this thing, Polly? I don't know how to get him out of here. How do you do this thing? Who needs a maze for their food? You can't chow it down. Huh, are they all like this now? Let me try a different angle. Let me try a different angle here. Let's see how little Skittle does with it. She says, what is this contraption? I just take it out of the bowl anyway. I know how to do that. She says, I see it, but how do you get it? I'm just wicking the fish. The fish in there, they don't taste like fish. They taste like bowl. Here, I'll do it, little Skittle.
Just hold on, it's her turn.
Oreo's saying, what is up with this thing? Yeah, let's see you guys do it. Give it to them. Can't fit my face in there. Can't fit my face in there. How do you do this thing? Maybe the other side. How do you get that thing in there? Oh, this is... Still can't get that sneaky little thing. That sneaky little thing, I can get it. Come over here, you. I can taste it. I can taste it, but can't get it. Oh, there we go. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Today is a super big day. Today, our car is completely paid off and we are completely out of debt. What do you think about that, hon?
It's cool. I mean, I'm thankful for the family that helped us out to even make it possible to have gotten the car in the first place, and then to be this far down the pike to have been able to pay it off early. I'm thankful. Only by the grace of God are we able to do it. Teeny bit worried about, like, should we have saved that for some emergency or something, but I don't know. I think that's just your mind.
Yeah, we've been saving a long time to fund our emergency savings, but we got to a point where we're able to pay the car off, which getting out of debt is the number one thing you're supposed to do. So I'm glad we were able to do that. And a big thing now is trying to play catch up on being able to have enough money for us both to be able to retire, and having that car payment out of the way is going to help us to do that quicker. So feels good. Didn't get it paid off as quick as we were planning, which seems to always happen when you go into debt, like God tells us not to, but we did get it paid off a lot earlier than going the full term. I think maybe just a little bit past halfway point. But it's cool, feels good. We're out of debt, paid the car off. It's ours, not the bank's anymore, it's ours. We are very thankful to be able to be in a position to be completely out of debt. And in terms of helping my dad, I think God may have been helping us out and protecting us from having a problem where if my back would have went out while trying to caretake for him, could have been in a really bad situation. But God knows the future. We don't. The slow feeder cat bowl didn't seem to be working out too good for the cat, so it looks like it's just going to be the plain satellite dish bowls for them. The cat tree? Well, we're just gonna have to see how they adapt to that new scary thing. All right, so that was what God had for us through the month of August. And I just wanted to finish off with a really important word from the Lord out of the Bible here, starting in Proverbs 3:5. God tells us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil. This will bring health to your body and nourishment to your bones."